and that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue. And it shall be for you a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
So the reason we wear these fringes, because guess what? These help us save ourselves from the demons we fight. When we say, hey, oh, look at her over there with that little short skirt on, very enticing. And then we look and say, I ain't supposed to be doing that. It's a reminder. That's why we wear it, because every time you look down, because think about it, when you trying to present yourself, you always look down and say, you look like, let me make sure my shirt right. And then when you do this, you be like, I can't even go over there. Because not only do I know I'm supposed to remind myself, but guess what? Everybody else know who I am. So I'm a representation of what I stand on. You get what I'm saying? So we do this for a reason. God, he gave us this commandment for a reason. This makes us different. The Lord severed us from all the other nations. He severed you elections. He said the so-called Hispanics, y'all ain't like everybody else. The Arab, the Chinese, the Caucasians, they ain't like y'all. They ain't built like y'all. Question, what does it mean to be holy? You said saved? What do we save from? Listen, remember that doctrine in that gospel he told you about? That's what they told us we saved. We ain't saved from nothing. We still getting shot down with no justice. We still getting murdered in our neighborhood. We still have prostitution, great a high percentage, STD, drug rates, all this, addictions, all this still going on. So what do we save from? We still living paycheck to paycheck. We paying bills. You buy a house, you're paying property tax every year. What do we save from? We ain't saved from nothing yet. We ain't saved until Christ cracked the sky. He said, come on. Because we all subject to fall. Every one of us out here can be subject to go left and lose everything. We ain't saved until it's over with, till Christ says it's over with. That's when we'll know who's saved. So nobody's saved. Don't ever understand. Don't ever think that. Nobody's saved. How you doing, sis? What's your name? Correct. Where you from? You from out here?
No, I just moved here. I'm from Idabel.
You from Idabel? Okay, so you from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
All right. So now, so the teacher was explaining to you how we identify that we know that we are the children of Israel. So with being the children of Israel, let's see what tribe you're from. What's the nationality of your father? So your father's Native American and black. What's his father? Native American. So you come from a Native American descent. So you would be from the tribe of Gad. The reason we ask that is because we identify pedigree by our fathers, the seed of our fathers. A lot of people don't know why we do that, but that's why we do that. So, no. Stay right there, Deuteronomy 10:12. So you know that you're an Israelite. He was explaining to you going through the curses. We went through a few curses. There's many more. You can read the book of Deuteronomy 28, verses 15 down to 68, and it tells all the curses that will happen to us. But we just harken on certain key points that our people are definitely familiar with. So, with understanding that you're an Israelite, remember that contract he was telling you about? So now we got to get back to the contract. So the question is, what's the contract? All right. So that's what we're going to show you what the contract is right now. Are you married? You're widow. Okay. All praises. So, well, not all praises, but at least you understand that you want to keep yourself abstinent because, okay. All praise to that. So we're going to show you what's in the contract and how we must abide by the contract. Read that, Deuteronomy 10:12.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So this is the question. It says, now Israel, you Israelites. Because Israelites mean descendant of Israel. How you doing, my man? What's your name, bro? What? Alexis. What's your nationality? Mexican. So you would be a so-called Hispanic, right? So you will be from the tribe of Issachar. Issachar, those are our brothers too. We kind of separate ourselves because it's a language barrier. But the only reason that your people speak Spanish, well, not your people, the reason that the so-called Mexicans speak Spanish and we speak English is because of our conquerors. Because y'all were conquered by the conquistadors and taken to Spain and taught their language, and we were conquered by the Europeans and we were taken to America. Real quick, let me deal with this real quick. I want to show you something, and I want to give you a few things that you should start practicing. All right, watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 10:12. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
So it says, correct. It says we have to fear the Lord our God. You hear that, Alexis? We got to learn to fear God as an Israelite. Read.
To walk in all his ways.
Walking all his ways. We understand that walking in his ways is what, Chris? Keeping his commandments and his statutes, right? The reason he put us in punishment because we broke. Read.
And to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So, our contract requires us to keep the commandments of the Lord. Do you know any commandments? Do you know any statutes? Do you know what statutes are? Statutes are the sub-laws that fall under the umbrella of the commandments. So we can't just think 10 commandments, because under those 10 commandments you have sub-laws. Just like under contract you have subcontractors that do certain things under this one contract. So it's a multitude of things that God requires of us, because we have a dietary law, a way we're supposed to eat.
Right.
We have a ceremonial law, days that we're supposed to celebrate and days we're not supposed to celebrate. We have moral laws, civil laws, and we had sacrificial laws, but that's why Christ came as the ultimate sacrifice to give us grace. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few laws real quick. Alexis, stay with me, because I'm gonna give you some too. Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 20:25, because this is something that a lot of people like to buck up against. But I'm gonna give it to you, Chris, because you seem sincere. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abominations unto the Lord thy God.
So I'm gonna ask you this in reverse. What's a woman's garment that a man should not wear? A dress. But we see it's a popular trend now because we have celebrities that do stuff like that, right? And I ain't talking about Dennis Rodman. I'm talking about just in general. I'm talking about the so-called men dress or kilts or whatever they want to call them. It says, God say, any man that put that on, that's an abomination unto God. Cross-dressing is an abomination. These are one of the reasons that, why? We went into slavery, that we have to serve our oppressors. Now, let's flip it around. It says a woman should wear what pertains unto a man. What is that talking about? All praises. So a lot of women won't admit that.
Bring it up.
Women try to go all the way around. Socks, underwear, watch it. No, pants. Because it was consecrated for men to wear pants in the book of Exodus under Aaron. They were supposed to wear linen breeches from the loins down to the thigh. You know what I'm saying? That's what was ordained for men to wear. So women can't wear what was ordained for men, because the Bible tells women to dress modestly, meaning don't show your figure, don't make yourself sexually attractive. That's the thing. That's a big issue in our communities. Why? Because we see these sexy reds, these Megan Thee Stallions, these Cardi B's, these Tiana Taylors, whoever. We see all these images of these women who are successful and think that's how we're supposed to be. That's how our young women think they're supposed to be. But as an older woman, we're supposed to teach young women, no, you carry yourself with respect. You don't diminish yourself to get the attraction of a man, because now you're not getting this attraction. What you're doing is feeding his lust. He don't want to marry you. He's trying to smash. And you know what I'm saying? And our sisters don't understand that because they want attention. But we have to learn that we have to conduct ourselves in a godly manner so we can present ourselves holy unto God. So I'm gonna give you another one. Do you see these we wear on our shirts? You see these, Alexis? Y'all know why we wear these? So that's a commandment of God. I'm gonna show you. It's a reason we wear these. Well, it's not a fashion statement, even though it might look a little trendy. It's not a fashion statement. This is a commandment of God, because we all have them the same way. We got the fringes and we got a ribbon on top of it. But God commanded us to do it. I'm gonna show you that. Watch this. Read.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Again, we're talking to Israel. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment.
So it says, speak to the children of Israel and bid them, meaning command them, that they make fringes in the borders of their garments. Read.
Throughout their generations.
What does it mean to be throughout your generation, Chris? If it say throughout your generations, what does that mean? Kids, forever, as long as you regenerating, keep this law. Keep this law. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue. And it shall be for you a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
So the reason we wear these fringes, because guess what? These help us save ourselves from the demons we fight. When we say, hey, Oh, look at her over there with that little short skirt on. Very enticing. And then we look and say, I ain't supposed to be doing that. It's a reminder. That's why we wear it, because every time you look down, because think about it, when you trying to present yourself, you always look down and say, you look like, let me make sure my shirt is right. And then when you do this, you be like, I can't even go over there. Because not only do I know I'm supposed to remind myself, but guess what? Everybody else know who I am. So I'm a representation of what I stand on. You get what I'm saying? So we do this for a reason. God, he gave us this commandment for a reason. This makes us different. The Lord severed us from all the other nations. He severed you elections. He said the so-called Hispanics, y'all ain't like everybody else. The Arabs, the Chinese, the Caucasians, they ain't like y'all. They ain't built like y'all. Give me that Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Real quick, I'm going to show you how special it is. But you familiar with the 10 Commandments, right? So what day is the Sabbath day? Okay, the Sabbath day is on the 7th day of the week. So it's on a Saturday. Saturday is Friday sundown. When it's dark, the Sabbath begins until Saturday sundown. Because we know today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But that wasn't so until Greece came upon us. You know what I'm saying? Before that, we were known as the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, up to the 7th day. Because God created everything in 7 days. He didn't create it. He didn't say I started on Sunday and ended on Saturday. You get what I'm saying? So we look at the calendar and we understand that Saturday is the last day of the week. That's the day we keep as the Sabbath. Watch this. Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Because Deuteronomy is talking about Moses. Moses was telling the Israelites, the 12 tribes you see on this sign, in Deuteronomy, after he took them through the Red Sea, he was telling them everything that the Most High told him to tell the children. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Question. What does it mean to be holy? You said saved? What do we save from? Listen, remember that doctrine and that gospel he told you about? That's what they told us we saved. We ain't saved from nothing. We still getting shot down with no justice. We still getting murdered in our neighborhood. We still have prostitution, great a high percentage, STD, drug rates, all this, addictions, all this still going on. So what do we save from? We still living paycheck to paycheck. We paying bills. You buy a house, you're paying property tax every year. What do we save from? We ain't saved from nothing yet. We ain't saved until Christ cracked the sky. He said, come on. Because we all subject to fall. Every one of us out here can be subject to go left and lose everything. We ain't saved until it's over with, till Christ says it's over with. That's when we'll know who's saved. So nobody's saved. Don't ever understand. Don't ever think that. Nobody's saved.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Read what you got. Watch it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26.
Say what it means to be holy.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
He said, ye shall be holy unto me, for I am holy. I severed you from other people. The nation of Israel, I made y'all different from other people. I cut y'all off. Sever means to cut off or separate. I separated y'all from other people. Back Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I separated y'all from other people. I made y'all great. That's why he said, for the Lord thy God made us holy. We are a holy people. Watch this, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God made it personal with us. He said, I chose y'all to be a special people. Look at your ones. You picked them out today because you said what? Oh, nah, ain't nothing gonna rock with this like these. You get what I'm saying? That's what the Most High said about the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. He said, ain't nobody gonna be as beautiful as them. I'm gonna make them more beautiful than everybody else on the face of the earth. I don't care how many BBLs, how many pairs of tights they create. Ain't no woman gonna look like the black, Hispanic, and native woman. Never. You can't compare. But that goes back to that image. We gotta see it in ourselves. We don't see it in ourselves because we lost that image. We lost the vision. We think we just living day to day. We have no purpose. We have no destination. But we here to tell y'all that y'all greater than what they told us we were. We greater than just a space. We greater than our conquerors. We are greater than them. But because of our sin, we fell beneath them. Watch this, read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Watch this.
Above all people. Above all people. that are upon the face of the earth.
He said, I made y'all to be above all the other 17 nations, because it was 18 nations created when you read Genesis. The other 17 nations, I made y'all to be above all these nations upon the face of the earth. That's why when we look into the sports world, who dominated the sports world? We look into that Hispanics and blacks, right? We look into the acting world. What better acting we got than Will Smith and Denzel? It ain't one. You get what I'm saying? It ain't one. Look at your people. It says that we are above all these other people. When we look into, you got George Lopez. We great in everything we do. Look at boxing. You watch boxing? You watch boxing? Who's some of the best Hispanic boxers right now? You gotta come. Look at Isaac Cruz. Huh? Huh? Yeah, Canelo Alvarez. That's a perfect example. Canelo Alvarez, all these people, but the Lord made us above all these other people. He made us greater. The point we're trying to tell you, sis, is that you are an Israelite, which you understand, but you have to learn the commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word, his word, his word.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. Deacon Abiel in the building. Listen, subscribe to IUIC Oklahoma YouTube page. We got a lot more content coming out. We got the captains, we got the officers about to drop some fire. Stay tuned, and don't forget, fix your faces on IUIC Oklahoma. Stay tuned with the latest and greatest content that we got coming out. All praise be to the Most High God. Shalom.